Hey there, I'm Jared. I'm in my final year of my Bachelor's of Science in Animal Physiology.
Hi, I'm Dita Sue Bilgin. I'm a third year in the film production program, and I'm also the co-president of the UBC Improv Club.
My name's Alan Aaron Holtz. I'm currently your AMS president.
My name is Lorla. I'm a third year at UBC in kinesiology.
In my second year of university, I moved off campus, moved out of my first year res with all my friends. I ended up having a weird housing situation where I didn't end up living with anyone. A few of my friends kind of canceled on me in the last minute, so I ended up living alone.
Before going from high school, you always told that this is going to be the greatest time of your life. You have to enjoy yourself. And I think the moments where you feel alone or disillusioned, you start to feel kind of guilty in a sense.
So going back to my second year, really my mentality was trying to do it all. You know, a volunteer position or this or that would come up, whatever it was, and I would jump at it. It was, yes, of course I can do that. Of course I can take on one more role. Of course I can take on a few more hours.
In grade 12, I was not a very happy person, and it took me getting to a breaking point to tell someone about it, and it was very I dealt with it. I thought I could fix it.
I felt trapped, I felt alone, I felt that I wasn't worthy of being at UBC. And all of that compiled was just that, and then I lived by myself. So I really didn't have that many people. My friends were around, but I was so isolated in my own little apartment that it felt very closed off from my UBC campus.
College is such a great thing. It's a great aspect, but nobody tells you about the times that you're going to be really stressed, overcome with trying to be the most academically competitive person.
I remember going to the washroom and see me and not being able to stand up straight. I was too dizzy from being so tired from not having slept good amounts each night for so many nights in a row.
And then it got to a point where I wasn't sure if I was going to make it there, and I had to ask for help.
I actually met my neighbor, which is kind of weird because I feel like people don't really know their neighbors anymore. She asked me for some cinnamon, which was pretty funny. She was like, "Oh, can I pour some cinnamon?" I was like, "Oh, this is some real neighbor shit."
I have this, it's not a mantra, but I'll just say to myself, life is short. And it's kind of the equivalent of, I don't give a fuck. But it's saying that life is short, it will pass, we all have ups and downs.
It sounds really simple, but just ensuring that I was getting out on a soccer field or on an ultimate field for a couple hours each week made the biggest difference for my mental health.
Luckily, I found UBC Rec, and that kind of became my way of coping.
Building that one-on-one relationship and opening up to a friend and having that support system in place really helped me to talk through a lot of my issues, helped me to realize that I wasn't alone in how I felt.
I think a lot of people are afraid of being alone, and you kind of learn about yourself in that sense when you're in university. You learn that being alone is okay, you learn that reaching out is okay, and you begin to become comfortable with yourself because you're seeing new sides of yourself.
And putting in I'd like to have coffee with a friend at this point, and making sure that I am booking off that time.
For myself, music definitely helps me create that space between stress and school and anxiety and well-being and myself and a whole person.